The news which is coming in at the moment is that Sitaram Yechury is the new General Secretary of the CPIM. So news coming in not just from the Congress and the BJP today, but also from the CPIM. Sitaram Yechury will take charge. Javed, you want to respond to that? This was expected, right? And in a sense, this marks a shift from the Prakash Karat style of running the party.
Surjit style, to the Harkishan Singh Surjit style.
So more accommodative, you believe that he will try and build coalitions with the Janata Parivar, for example, and with the Congress. Do you see now a stronger relationship between the Congress and the left as a result of Mr. Yechury becoming the leader?
You know, he's not the ideological cut in the stone kind that Mr. Prakash Karat was. He's a lot more flexible. So therefore, you're right. There'll be a lot more interaction with the Janata Parivar to begin with, and going forward perhaps with the Congress as well.
You want to respond to that also, Siddharth? Is there a sense that the CPM also is seeing the writing on the wall that the party cannot afford a more isolationist posture, needs to reach out to parties, particularly of the Hindi heartland?
No, I don't think the problem of the CPM is being isolationist. I mean, let's not forget, during the opposition to the nuclear deal, it was Prakash Karat, who normally wears a bush shirt, who put on a pajama kurta and attended a Samajwadi Party rally in Lucknow. Okay. So you know, even under Karat, the party has been oriented towards working closely with the Janata Parivar. I think what Mr. Yechury's selection tells us is that, you know, the party realizes it has to be more media savvy, it has to be, you know, more communicative, it has to break into or re-enter. You know, the Communist Party was once somewhat of a force in the Hindi belt, it's no longer a presence. Right. So I think that these are some of the areas where the CPM will have to prioritize.
Okay, so interesting that shift taking place there. It's all, of course, taking place on a day when the Congress Party also is finally trying to occupy what Manisha Priyam interestingly put as visual space. We've given a lot of visual space to Narendra Modi. Mr. Sitaram Yechury's got just a little there. What about Rahul Gandhi? He's left for the venue, the Ram Leela Maidan, where the Congress is having its big farmers rally, Kisan, Khet Mazdoor rally. Let's go straight to our correspondents who fanned out to every corner of that rally. I'm joined at the moment by Rahul Kawal and my other reporters. Our other reporters are joining us. Rahul, you're there at the rally. Give us a sense. Rahul, I saw you tweet a short while ago saying that this is as large a Congress rally that you've seen in a while. Is this being seen as Rahul's comeback rally there? Where have these farmers come from? Mainly from Rajasthan, Haryana, Punjab?
There's an interesting side battle on, Rajdeep, about which leader has been able to bring the maximum number of supporters. Right behind us are these people wearing the pink pagdis. This is the Bhupender Hooda camp. When Ashok Tawar, who's the Haryana Pradesh Congress chief, started speaking, all of them were hooting. They were hooting against him. They've been very raucous, very noisy. The cops have been complaining that they are piss drunk. The cops have been saying that these people have been drinking since early in the morning, and that's why they're in such high spirits. But a big contingent also coming in from Rajasthan. Sachin Pilot bringing an entire trainload of farmers who've come in. So each Congress leader in his own way going out to ensure that he's brought a fair number of people, and they've come all the way down from Telangana as well. 2,000 odd people coming in from Telangana. Let me try and show you some of the arrangements here. If my camera person Ashok Banot can just turn it around to the stage, Ashok, to show you how this rally has been majorly inspired by the Aam Aadmi Party. We had Jassi singing here earlier this morning, well-known popular singer. He was here pumping up the music, trying to get this crowd going. He even tried to get the media people to dance. If you look at the big screens that have been placed all the way back, trying to give people an opportunity to see the rally if they can't see the leader from far behind. They're getting an opportunity to see it. You look at the acoustics, you look at the stage. This is an attempt the Congress Party is making to try and do what Narendra Modi did during the Lok Sabha elections, what the Aam Aadmi Party very famously has done on many occasions here at the Ram Leela Maidan. They're now trying to get with it with technology, with it with social media. They've got a special website on, trying to generate support. This really is one of the few opportunities that Rahul Gandhi has to try and establish a comeback, Rajdeep.
You're saying that, Rahul, but that Rahul wants to establish a comeback. I also find it interesting that on Twitter, the top trending item at the moment is Kisan Virodhi Narendra Modi. So obviously the Congress has put out its Twitter army also out to try and somehow or the other give the sense that they are in control of this event. But is this also being seen as Rahul's anointment as the party next party president, or is that not going to be the focus in any way of what we see today? This is simply about the farmers' rally. Is the issue important there, or is it about the individual? Have people come for the land bill, or have they come because they want to see Rahul Gandhi after this 56-day holiday?
Rajdeep, how often can someone get anointed? When he spoke in Jaipur, they said this is his big coming out speech. When he spoke in Delhi, that was meant to be his anointment. The prince has had many false starts. Here, he's under pressure. This is like a batsman going into bat when his team has really been up against it. It's his opportunity to show that he can take the team past the finishing line, because everyone else who's been speaking so far, from Sachin Pilot to Bhupendra Hooda, they've made fiery speeches, but even they know that they are the side show. The main show is Rahul Gandhi, and the Prime Minister very smartly spoke this morning, setting the agenda and putting his words out, giving people a contrast. They've heard the Prime Minister speak this morning. Now they'll hear Rahul Gandhi speak. It's a bit like Australia has gone out and batted in the semi-final. India needs to come in and bat. Can they go and outdo what Australia has done? That really is the challenge. I've been speaking to a lot of the Congress leaders who are here, a couple of whom claim that they'd met Rahul Gandhi. They say he's been focusing very hard on this speech, which is why he met the farmers. He wanted to understand exactly what nuances to touch on. They also believe that the farm bill, the land bill, is a big issue with which they can really build up support for the Congress party amongst the farmers. And that really is an opportunity for Rahul Gandhi to capitalize on. The question is, will the batsman come out and score runs? Will he hit a century, or will he get out on a duck?
Right. There's a sense about it, as Rahul is saying, that while this is talk about land bill, the focus will naturally almost be on Rahul Gandhi, the speech itself. What can we expect Rahul Gandhi to say? What is it that he has to say that would convince us that Rahul Gandhi is back? And I'm sorry to be skeptical about Rahul Gandhi, because there have been so many missed opportunities. So what is he to say today?
He's in a very unenviable position, quite frankly, because his absence, which has created so much of confusion and speculation, became a huge media event, and now his return has become a huge media event. We really don't know how he's going to, in a way, present this new rejuvenated persona to the public. I think that's what everybody's going to look forward to.
No, so is it about the persona now? What he says?
More than the public, it's his credibility with his own party workers, which is on test today.
So again, I come back to what is he supposed to say? Look, Rahul Gandhi is not a natural orator. He's not the kind of, particularly in Hindi, he's never been a natural orator. It's much more practice, it's much more rehearsed. Are we going back to January? We thought he had galvanized his party in January of 2014.
This has to be the start of a process of regular and emphatic engagement with the political landscape, with his own party workers. He can't just speak here and then disappear again.
And Rajdeep, it's not about the Hindi, it's about the substance. He starts with his bhaiya, mixes up whether he's talking about institutions, individuals, issues, policy, whether he's angry with his own party. He comes out, he may be addressing the farmers, but if he begins to say कि अब हम बदल देंगे, सब कुछ बदल देंगे, the impatience, the flurry, the construct of the language, it should communicate some substance. The real academy of the sabbatical is what I'm waiting for. So
it's about substance. Is it about substance? Is it about substance or style when it comes to Rahul Gandhi now?
It's a bit of both, and I agree with what Ashok was saying earlier, that it has to be sustained. Assuming that he makes a very good speech, he has a good script writer, somebody's given him a script, he's had 48 hours to prepare, and he delivers a speech. Does it mean that Rahul Gandhi has arrived as a leader? It cannot be. One good speech doesn't make a leader. It will be one important step, but it has to be sustained. He has to be consistent. One of the biggest question marks against him has been his inconsistency. He tries something, he starts something, it's very good, he gets all the media glare, and then suddenly Rahul Gandhi is absent, he's missing. So that he needs to address that. He needs to address his communication skills and his accessibility to his party people.
I'm going to, let me take a break. As we know that Mr. Modi has spoken for so long that we could take no advertising breaks. It almost seems we are back to election time, because you've got Narendra Modi making a long speech, and now you're going to have Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi. We are told both will be making speeches. We'll listen into both of them and see whether they can counter what Mr. Modi said in terms of Mr. Modi's pitch that his party and his government is committed to the poor. It seems that both parties are rediscovering the poor and the farmer.